Will South Africa and Israel become enemies, given the anger of South Africa after the Israel-Hamas war? South Africa has sued Israel in ICJ with a list of other nations supporting it. But amid this, Israel has maintained economic relations with South Africa. South Africa is Israel's largest trading partner in Africa. Even after being sued by it, Israel still maintains economic relations. But what forces Israel not to hate South Africa and become enemies, as it did to other nations that stood against Israel? Let's find out. In recent times, the relationship between South Africa and Israel has seen economic growth, but a significant point of tension continues to be the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. This conflict has led to criticism from South Africa, with President Cyril Ramaphosa calling it a war crime that must be ended now. This highlights the difficulty of balancing economic interests and geopolitical principles. So, are South Africa and Israel enemies now? To understand that, you must know Israel's and South Africa's evolving economic ties. How have the economic ties between Israel and South Africa evolved over the years before the Israel-Hamas war? Over the past decade, the economic ties between Israel and South Africa have radically transformed. From 2006 to 2016, South Africa emerged as Israel's primary trading partner in Africa, marking a noteworthy shift in their economic dynamics. This period witnessed a surge in bilateral trade, focusing mainly on key commodities like diamonds and coal. The relations were set on a transformative journey soon as the collaboration grew. Later, South Africa solidified its position as Israel's key trading ally in Africa. This designation represented a departure from previous dynamics, signaling a strategic development in their economic partnership. The decade saw a substantial increase in trade volume between the two nations, paving the way for a more interconnected economic relationship. But why were only the precious items traded? Diamonds, known for their rarity and cultural significance, became a focal point in the economic exchange between Israel and South Africa. The trade of these precious gemstones increased economic cooperation, fostering mutual benefits for both nations. Additionally, the trade in coal, a vital energy resource, further solidified the economic bonds between the two countries. And how has their economic connectivity been in recent years? Here's a reminder to please like and share the video and subscribe to our channel to watch more videos on Africa's geopolitics, economy, and changing landscape. Let's continue now. The year 2021 witnessed a significant milestone in the economic ties between South Africa and Israel, as trade between the two nations reached an impressive value of $285 million. This marked a substantial portion of Israel's trade with sub-Saharan Africa, highlighting the enduring economic connectivity between these two nations. These figures show a sustained and diversified economic relationship that extends beyond historical patterns. The $285 million trade value represents a significant share of Israel's overall trade with sub-Saharan Africa. South Africa's economic engagement played a key role in contributing to Israel's trade dynamics in the region, emphasizing the importance of their partnership in fostering economic growth and collaboration. The remarkable trade figures in 2021 highlight the enduring economic connectivity between South Africa and Israel. Despite challenges and global uncertainties, the economic relationship between the two nations has proven resilient and robust. This resilience speaks to the mutual commitment to maintaining and nurturing their economic ties over time. Now, let's talk about the commodities South Africa exported to Israel that cover most of the total export value. South Africa's exports to Israel include several key commodities, with coal briquettes at $101 million leading the way. Diamonds, valued at $77.5 million, are crucial in this economic exchange. These exports represent South Africa's diverse economic strengths and resources. In return, Israel contributes to this economic growth with its exports. Diamonds, totaling $21.9 million, form a significant part of Israel's exports to South Africa. Tool plates, valued at $18.5 million, and scrap copper, amounting to $17.4 million, further enrich this exchange. Israel's contributions reflect its technological prowess and industrial capabilities. It is very easy to conclude that South Africa and Israel have developed strong economic ties, fostering trade and cooperation over the years. Businesses from both nations have engaged in various sectors, contributing to the economic development of both countries. However, despite these economic gains, a thorny issue persists in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. How has the Israel-Hamas war contributed to South Africa and Israel's strained relations? South Africa has spoken out strongly against the actions of Israel in the conflict with the Palestinians. President Cyril Ramaphosa has used powerful words describing these actions as a war crime. This reflects how serious South Africa is about its stance on the matter. The criticism is deeply connected to the nation's commitment to protecting human rights and following international laws. South Africa has consistently shown disapproval of the actions taken by Israel in the ongoing conflict with the Palestinians. This disapproval is more than just a difference of opinion. It's a clear expression of concern about how things are happening in the region. The criticism from South Africa is not just about the conflict itself. It's about holding on to values and principles. The nation is strongly committed to upholding human rights and international laws. This means that when South Africa sees actions that it believes go against these principles, it feels responsible for speaking out. South Africa's criticism is deeply connected to its commitment to human rights. This means ensuring everyone is treated with dignity and fairness, regardless of their background or beliefs. Additionally, the nation believes in following international laws that govern how countries should behave toward each other. By condemning what it sees as a war crime, South Africa is essentially calling for justice. It says that actions in the conflict must be examined and, if necessary, addressed according to the laws governing conflicts. This approach aligns with South Africa's historical struggle for justice and fairness. South Africa's position on the Israeli-Palestinian conflict is not isolated. The international community closely observes it. Many nations and global organizations also hold strong opinions on the matter. South Africa's stance resonates with those who prioritize human rights and resolve conflicts peacefully, garnering support from like-minded nations. President Ramaphosa's call to end the conflict reflects South Africa's desire for a peaceful resolution. The nation advocates for dialogue, diplomacy, and adherence to international law to address the region's deep-rooted issues. This approach aligns with South Africa's historical commitment to anti-apartheid movements and the pursuit of justice. Has this made Israel and South Africa enemies? In a surprising twist, South Africa and Israel have fostered strong relations in specific sectors, proving that cooperation can transcend political tensions. This unexpected collaboration demonstrates a pragmatic approach where both nations recognize the importance of classifying their engagement for the greater good. One notable area of unexpected collaboration is in the field of technology. Despite political differences, South Africa and Israel have found common ground in leveraging technological advancements for mutual benefit. Joint initiatives, research partnerships, and technological exchanges highlight a shared interest in innovation that transcends geopolitical challenges. Another unexpected arena of collaboration is agriculture. South Africa and Israel have joined forces to enhance agricultural practices, sharing expertise and resources to boost productivity. This cooperative effort showcases a pragmatic approach where both nations prioritize the practical benefits of agricultural collaboration over political differences. South Africa and Israel have forged partnerships to address shared challenges in the critical health domain. Collaborative efforts in healthcare research, the exchange of medical expertise, and joint initiatives to combat health crises demonstrate a commitment to global well-being that transcends political discord. Why are these two nations still trying to maintain relations? The relationship between South Africa and Israel reveals two fascinating facets. Firstly, it highlights Israel's heavy reliance on South Africa, as evident by their maintained relations even after South Africa's criticism. Secondly, it highlights South Africa's commitment to human rights, demonstrated by legal actions against Israel and the U.S. for alleged genocide, while still maintaining economic ties with Israel. But what makes Israel still willing to collaborate with South Africa after its criticism and even being sued by South Africa in the International Court of Justice? Despite facing criticism from South Africa on human rights grounds, Israel appears to rely heavily on the nation, given the continuation of diplomatic relations. This resilience suggests Israel recognizes the strategic importance of its ties with South Africa, even amid differences and challenges. On the other hand, South Africa's commitment to human rights is evident in its legal actions against Israel and the U.S., accusing them of genocide. These legal moves showcase the nation's dedication to holding entities accountable for alleged violations, aligning with its justice and human rights protection principles. The legal actions serve as a vocal expression of criticism against perceived wrongs. Despite vocal criticism through legal channels, the economic relationship between South Africa and Israel has remained relatively stable. This indicates a pragmatic approach on South Africa's part, showcasing its ability to manage diplomatic aspects while sustaining economic ties. The economic continuity suggests a recognition of the practical benefits of the partnership, even in the face of ideological differences. Do you think there is any other nation that can handle political and economic dynamics better than South Africa? Why is South Africa valuing business? Does this show business and political maturity? Let us know in the comments section if South Africa's criticism will cause Israel to stop working with it, considering their trade relations. Do you want to watch more videos like this one? If yes, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon next to it. We have decided to bring videos on something nobody talks about: African politics, economy, and increasing power. Thanks for watching, and until the next video, stay tuned.
Tell us what you think in the comment section. Like and share the video, and subscribe so that you don't miss any of our African videos. It's the best way to support us.